I'm at New Smyrna Beach looking at the flat ocean that does not curve. And I know a lot of people are going to look at that and they're going to say, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's crazy. Yeah, but do the research. My big angle on this whole thing is from a biblical perspective. I study the Bible. I've been reading the Bible for over 30 years, and that's my daily walk. I wake up and I read the scriptures, I pray, and I try to get guidance and direction. And so I'm not the expert scientifically with a lot of the other things that I see people talking about with the flat earth, but from a biblical perspective, I'm going to show you things in the Bible, and when I put this all together, it makes me ask a lot of questions, and I don't buy anything that NASA tells us. And NASA, to be honest with you, it's only down here maybe 50 miles south from where I'm standing here at New Smyrna Beach. I get to see the rockets go up. I get to see all kinds of stuff here. Anyway, the story that I wanted to talk about here is the scriptures that say, God talking, heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. It comes from Isaiah chapter 66. I'm going to show you some of this here at the end of this video, but heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. So if we're on a globe that spins around and then spins around the sun, and then the entire thing is moving, heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. How could that happen on a situation like that? So if you were at the south of the earth on a globe, or if you were way out in space, where's heaven? The reason why they're doing all this is because they want to make it look like God doesn't exist. They want to make it look like heaven doesn't exist. They want to tell us a bunch of lies, that we're in some galaxy that's so massive, and we're in a universe that is so huge, and we're on a ball that's moving around so fast. Yet, I can tell you, why does Polaris not move? What's going on? Heaven is not something that is so far away that we're never going to be able to see it. It's somehow connected to this firmament above us. I personally believe that Polaris is somehow linked to heaven, and everything that we're seeing with the northern lights is somehow linked to it, possibly. I can't prove that 100%, but the big thing that I'm going to talk about here with this video is heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool, and the earth doesn't move. So if the earth doesn't move according to the Bible and heaven is his throne, if the earth is a footstool, how do you put your feet on a circular ball that spins around and around and around? And they're going to say, oh, well, that was just a figure of speech. I don't buy that anymore. Okay, I'm going to go by what the Word of God says. Heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. And if you want to know what a footstool is, and I will show you that too, because I looked it up in ChatGPT. I put that in there. I'm going to show you all that as well. We are on a flat plane. And if you had a footstool would be a flat plane, not a globular ball that's spinning around and around, spinning on its axis, spinning around the sun and spinning around the galaxy to the point where you couldn't even put your feet down on something that doesn't move. And yet the scriptures tell you that the earth doesn't move. So I'm going to show you some of those scriptures, and I'm going to show you some of the info that I pulled up from ChatGPT. You could draw your own conclusion, but this is mine. And from a biblical perspective, I think this blows the whole globe story out of the water. The fact is, we're on a flat earth. That's the reality. We're on a flat plane existence, and somehow heaven is connected to Polaris. And somehow God can look down from there and see us all. Here's the actual passage from Isaiah chapter 66, verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that you build unto me? And where is the place of my rest? There's a lot more that's there. I'm gonna show you all these other scriptures that I'm talking about, that talk about heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool now. Here's Matthew chapter 5, verse 34 and 35. But I say unto you, swear not at all, neither by heaven, for it is God's throne, nor by the earth, for it is his footstool, neither by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. So that's powerful. And then here, Acts chapter 7, verse 49. Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will you build me, says the Lord? Or what is the place of my rest? So there's two more scriptures that talk about that. Here's some great passages, and this is not everything. There's so much I could make like a 3-hour video. But anybody that has spiritual eyes to see and spiritual ears to hear is going to see it all. So let's start. Psalm 14, verse 2. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. So let me ask you this. If he looked down from heaven, but we're on a ball, we're on a globe that spins, how's he looking down from heaven? He doesn't. This just validates that what they've told us and what the truth is are two completely different things. Here, Psalm 33, verse 13 through 14. The Lord looketh from heaven. He beholdeth all the sons of men. From the place of his habitation, he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. Psalm 53, verse 2. God looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand, that did seek God. Psalm 80, verse 14. Return, we beseech thee, O God of hosts. Look down from heaven and behold, and visit this vine. Psalm 102, 19. For he hath looked down from the height of his sanctuary. From heaven did the Lord behold the earth. I mean, it can't get any clearer than this. Psalm 113, 5 through 6. Who is like unto the Lord our God, who dwelleth on high, who humbleth himself to behold the things that are in heaven and in the earth. Lamentations 3:50. Till the Lord looked down and behold from heaven. If there's heaven and you'd think heaven's just all over the universe and somehow we're on some spinning globe and he can't look down, you can't look down upon the earth under that scenario. It just doesn't happen. Isaiah 63, verse 15. Look down from heaven and behold from the habitation of thy holiness and of thy glory. So, as I said, do some research on Polaris. Anybody that's got some common sense can go take some kind of camera, stick it out there at the nighttime sky. You can watch everything move. They're going to try to tell you that's the earth moving. It's not. It's the firmament that's above us that looks like a dome, and that's what moves. That's what spins. But Polaris doesn't move, and my belief is somehow Polaris is connected to heaven. That's got to be connected to God's throne, and that's how he can look down upon the earth. He's in heaven, and he's able to look down, and he sees the entire earth because it's a flat, plain, stationary. These verses clearly teach God's position is in heaven. He actively looks down upon mankind and the earth. His looking is intentional, observant, and purposeful. This theme pairs directly with heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool from Isaiah 66:1. God's sovereign oversight of human affairs. So that's what I wanted to say about this video. That's just one more point. I have a lot more. I can't even scratch the surface, and there's so many videos and research that I've put into folders to try to keep up with it all. So anybody that wants to mock anybody that believes in flat earth, you're not doing any research, and you have taken the Bible and thrown it out. You don't believe it, you want to believe NASA, which means lies. Here's just a few verses that I'm talking about. And again, this is not everything, but 1 Chronicles 16:30, fear before him all the earth. The world also shall be stable, that it be not moved. Psalm 93:1, the Lord reigneth. He is clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed with strength, wherewith he hath girded himself. The world also is established, that it cannot be moved. Psalm 96:10, say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. And then you can go to Joshua chapter 10, verses 12 through 14. He spoke to the sun and the moon, which move, not the earth, the sun and the moon, and they stopped.